In this video we are going to configure our Exchange 2013 server so that it can be used in combination with our Lync 2010 environment. Our environment consists of one Lync frontend server and one multi-role Exchange 2013 server. The steps which are performed will be the same for Lync 2013. Because all traffic in Lync is secured by certificates, you will need to ensure that a valid certificate is installed on your Exchange servers. This certificate can either be one from your internal certificate authority or a UC certificate from a third-party CA. First step that we need to take is create a DAL plan. Creating the DAL plan can be done via either the Exchange Admin Center or via the Exchange Management Shell. I will first show how to do it via the EAC, and after that I will demo the same tasks using the EMS. To create a DAL plan, press the plus button. This will open a new window. The first parameter that we need to configure is the name for the DAL plan. This is used to easily identify the DAL plan. In this case we call it Amsterdam. The next parameter is the extension. Here we need to configure how many characters from the phone number are used for the extensions used by your organization. For example, if your users have a phone number where only the last 3 digits are unique, then fill in 3. If your users are having a phone number where only the last 4 digits are unique, then type in 4. In this scenario, we will specify 3 digits for the extension. The next parameter is the URI type. Using this parameter we can configure which parameter must match to determine which user is connected to which voicemail box. For Lync this must be set to SIP URI, since we want to match the SIP URI to the mailbox. As we already discussed earlier in the video, traffic between Lync and must be secure. This is why we need to change the value of the VoIP security mode from TCP to secured. Secured means that both signaling SIP and audio RTP are secured. The final parameter for the DAL plan is configuring the country code, in our case 31, since this is the country code of the Netherlands. Press save to save the DAL plan. Now we created the DAL plan, we need to configure 2 more parameters on it. The auto attendant, which is optional, and the subscriber access number, also known as Outlook voice access. In our scenario we configure both. The auto attendant can be used to create an IVR menu, which can be compared to response groups from Lync. Only this is an attendant, so it will give you the ability to transfer people by letting callers search in the address book. The access number gives users the ability to access the voicemail box and even their mailbox if you like. Which options you will give users depends on the mailbox policy. By default, the default mailbox policy is assigned to every user, which does not get assigned another mailbox policy. Depending on your organization, you may choose to use just one mailbox policy or create multiple. This varies per organization, so make sure you have thought about these before starting the implementation. For now we will leave the mailbox policy as is and continue with the subscriber access. To do this, press the pencil button and select the option Configure. Once the window is opened, select the option Outlook voice access and scroll down to the bottom. Here you will find the Outlook voice access numbers. These are the numbers which can be called by users to access their mailbox. Press save. Our next step is to configure the auto attendant. Scroll down to the auto attendant part and press the plus sign. This will open a new window. The first field we need to enter is the name of the auto attendant. Make sure the Create this auto attendant as enabled checkbox is enabled, and optionally set this option, set the auto attendant to respond to voice commands. This makes the auto attendant react on voice commands if users specify them. The last parameter is specifying the phone number which users can dial to access the auto attendant. Press Save. Click Close to close this window. In the previous part of this video, we looked at how to configure a dial plan using the EAC. But as most of you know, PowerShell is something which can make your life a lot easier. Using the new -um dial plan commandlet, we can configure the dial plan settings using the same settings as we used in the GUI. Only this time we can complete it without visiting several places. Please notice that this only creates the dial plan and not the auto attendant. To create the auto attendant, we will need to use the new -um auto attendant commandlet. Now the dial plan has been created, we will need to assign it to the various components. In Exchange 2010, this was only the server, but since the architectural change in Exchange 2013, we will need to set it on two places now. The first place is the call router. This component is responsible for routing a request to the correct backend server. Besides assigning the dial plan, we will set the startup mode of the service to TLS. By doing this, we ensure that only secure traffic is used. To activate the settings, restart of the Microsoft Unified Messaging Call Router service is required. But don't do this right now, because we need to assign the certificate to it. The second place is the backend server. This component can be compared with the component of Exchange 2010 and thus deliver the actual services. Here we also assign the dial plan and set the startup mode to TLS. To activate the settings, a restart of the Microsoft Exchange Unified Messaging Service is required. But don't do this now. Wait till we perform the next step. Now we have configured the services, we will need to enable the certificate for the and the routing part. The easiest way to do this is via PowerShell. First run get-exchange certificate to determine which certificates have been installed. Once you have found the thumbprint of the one you want to use, copy the thumbprint. Then run the enable-exchange certificate commandlet to assign the certificate. Press enter. Press enter again. And now restart the Exchange and Exchange routing service. The next step is to run the Exchange UC util script. This script can be found in the Exchange scripts directory, which can be accessed by using the alias $xscripts. This script performs the following tasks. Grant Lync Server permission to read the Exchange Active Directory component, create a IP gateway for each Lync Server pool or for each server running Lync Server Standard Edition, create an Exchange hunt group for each IP gateway. Now our Exchange config is ready, we will need to configure the Lync part. I will assume that Enterprise Voice is already configured, and thus we will only have a look at which tasks have to be performed to use the features from Exchange in combination with Lync. To make sure both the access number and the auto attendant can be found in the address list, we will need to use the OCS util application, which can be found in the support directory of Lync. Just double click and wait till the application launches. The first thing you have to do is press the Load Data button and make sure the correct forest is selected. Press the Add button. A new window is opened which contains a few fields. As first, the organizational unit. This organizational unit will be used to create the contact object. Second, the name, in our case Amsterdam. But if you want to change it, you are free to do that, so we change it to SA for subscriber access _Amsterdam. The same we will do for the SIP address. If you've got multiple Lync pools, make sure the correct pool is selected. Verify if the pilot number is correct and that the contact type subscriber access is selected. If everything is OK, press OK. Repeat the same steps for the auto attendant. Keep in mind that you change the contact type to auto attendant and select the auto attendant we created earlier. Press OK and you're ready. Now this step has been finished, you have completed your Exchange integration with Lync. Hope you like this movie and hope to see you within a few weeks for a new movie about Exchange 2013.